All right, guys, happy Tuesday. I keep getting confused because yesterday was Monday, but Dave was home from work and I never get anything done whenever he's home. But thanks for having me jump on. Are you okay, Sarah Beth? Okay, you're turning your video off. All right. I am going to talk to you tonight about sharing your story on social media, finding your own voice, and then kind of my biggest pet peeve is when people do calls and like tell me all this great stuff and then don't tell me any single way to implement it. So I'm actually going to go through what my posting calendar looks like so you can actually see like all these thoughts that are in my head, how I actually take them, put them on paper, and turn them into a business plan. Because at the end of the day, this is a business and I take my posting and my marketing so seriously. Like I am a $1 million company and I have $1 million marketing to put out there on social media to find the people that want to invest in me. Like they're investing in me. I am the product that they are purchasing at the end of the day. So I want to draw those people in, and I really want to focus on finding the quality people that are like me, finding my tribe, as opposed to just throwing stuff out there for everyone and hoping that something sticks. So for starters, I have a couple of tips for you. I know posting on social media can be like the craziest thing and kind of scary, and you might not be sure where to even start, what that looks like for you. So a couple of things that you want to remember is that you are really just telling the story of your life. You are just taking your days and your time that you are living and you're sharing it on social media. The next thing I want to tell you to remember is that you're just here to share your truth. So sorry, something weird happened in like Sarah Beth's thing. Okay, there we go. I like it whenever it's like all four screens in the middle. Okay, the next thing I want to tell you is just to share your truth. So you are really just here to share with other people what your truth is, what your day-to-day looks like, not mine, not your uplines, not whoever other coaches you see posting on social media or other people that you like on social media. We're not here to be cookie cutter duplicates of one another. You're here to be you. So share your story, whatever that truth is that you live in. That is yours to share and nobody else's. So don't be afraid to share that. And that branding yourself is more about healing others and helping others. It's not about, who's getting the most likes on their post or who's getting the most traction on whatever. It's really just about finding those people that you can help and that you can heal through your story and through your social media. There are 3 R's that you want to remember when it comes to creating your content, sharing your story, finding your voice, and that's to be real. So whatever you're putting out there should be real, like what's actually going on in your life. So for me, what this might look like is I never have laundry washed, dried, and folded and put away in like the same week. It usually takes me about 2 weeks to get through that process. So I keep people up to speed on that. I will be like, look guys, I put the laundry in the washer. And then like a week later, I'll be like, remember that load of laundry that was in the washer? I just had to wash it 3 more times because it sat in the washer for like 3 days. Like I keep people in that mess of what my real life is like, because so often we see people on social media and we're like, how do they freaking get it all done? And they don't. Like no one's getting it all done. So don't feel pressure to be some sort of superhuman on social media. That's not the case for anyone. And more people are going to relate to you whenever you are real. The next thing is be relatable. So that kind of really flows into being real, whatever your situation is. So maybe something that's relatable is I will oftentimes share little things that my husband and I, like little back and forth we have with each other. So I try to just keep my marriage relatable. Like it is not perfect. We really do not speak the same language whatsoever. And I share that with usually his permission. Sometimes he finds out that I shared it later whenever he sees he's tagged in something. But just being relatable, that we are not this like perfect couple. Yeah, we can post really pretty pictures and really awesome pictures, but when push comes to shove, like 95% of the time we're just staring at each other like, are you a real human being? Like what planet are you from? And then the last thing is to be resourceful. So whenever someone's coming to your social media page, what are you giving them? How are you adding value to their life? Is it recipes? Is it inspiration? Is it hacks? Some sort of like kitchen hacks or life hacks or hair hacks? Like I learned how to curl my hair with my straightener one time, and like 400 people were like, can you show me how to do that? And I was like, guys, I don't remember. Like, it just looks really good today. But then I was like, crap, if I could just remember how to do that, that would be a good like live video to do. I also learned how to make, with my youth group girls, we were making rosaries out of this like military twine. And I posted a picture of it, and so many people were like, I wish I knew how to do that. So that's like on my radar, to do a live video teaching people how to do that. Like, what can you teach someone that they want to know through your social media? How can you be resourceful? Your lighting matters. So when you're posting pictures, I know, here, I'll just show you. Like, do you see me now? If you're looking at me, I have this little light. It's just a little stinking light I got on Amazon, and it clips on my phone or my laptop. So right now I have it clips on my laptop, and it has 3 settings. So it's weird because it's turned on. That's like the lightest, and it gets brighter and brighter. So depending on where I am. And I actually just bought, it's called Social Light. There we go. You have to like get it at the right angle on your camera. I actually just bought this other thing first. It's called Social Light, and it's actually a tripod for my phone. And it has one of these lights on it too. So whenever I'm doing my workouts, because I'm working out in like a different place, and I was like, this is not working. I'm like using like 4 water bottles, and I was like, I've been a coach for 4 years. Why am I still setting my phone up on freaking water bottles to try to like get a good picture? So invest in, not crazy stuff. Like, you don't need to be getting $100 light equipment for your little mini social media business. But I love this light because I can throw it in my purse, and then no matter where I am, I can pretty much get a good picture of whatever I need to take a picture of. Whenever you're posting, you want to capture people in your first 3 sentences. And how I like to do this, what I have found over time is the best way to do that is to say, I remember when, or I used to be, or I remember feeling. So making your first 3 sentences something about you before Beachbody, or before this community, or before you joined a challenge group. Like, I remember when I was 30 pounds heavier, exhausted, my body hurt, I was miserable, like insert whatever you want to put there. Then talk about what changed for you. Like, were you invited to a challenge group? Did you buy something on an infomercial and then a coach reached out to you? How did you get into this community? And then ending it with how you feel now. And I will go through like how you can figure out different ways to say the same thing over and over and over again in a different way. So you're not coming up with this new content every week. It's literally like, if you look at my social media, I say the same thing every freaking week. It's the same thing over and over and over, just said different ways. And then, so you want people to say, I can relate to that. And if you add value, you will be valued. So the more you put out there that relates to other people, the more people are going to be like, I'm following her, I'm watching her. The last thing before I get into like how I actually throw this all down and make it into something for the week is that you want to find 5 things that are unique to you. They might overlap with a friend, that's fine, like a couple things, but find 5 things that you can consistently post about, that you're passionate about, that you're not going to get bored with talking about. So I have 5 things that I post about pretty regularly that are my, rotation of posts. And that is about Beachbody. Like, I'm posting about my challenge groups. I'm posting about the products. I'm posting about coaching. So that's one thing, is fitness. I would say fitness and business. The next thing is faith. I'm always talking, I'm a youth minister, so I'm really posting about my faith a lot. That is something that you will see me talking about a lot. And the next thing is food. I do love to share different like recipe hacks and stuff like that. So if not once a day, every other day, I'm at least posting a picture of food on my Instagram. Even if I don't share the recipe, if I just talk about how good it is, and then when I can share the recipe later when I have a minute to like actually sit down and make that into something, but just breadcrumbing constantly. So people are like, okay, this chick posts food. I want to follow her for the food aspect, whatever it is that can bring them into you. So maybe it's the faith, maybe it's the fitness and the business, maybe it's the food. I'll post about my marriage a lot. That is something that I guess I love my husband. So I post about him and just like funny, quirky marriage things, relationship things, just about him. People love hearing about your spouse. if you have one, or your significant other, or your family, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's your kids. I'm sure one day when we have kids, they will take over the Dave spot, and I will post about them more than I'll post about him. That's probably just how that will go down. And then the last thing I talk about all the time is grief, loss, particularly infant loss, child loss, stuff like that. So those are my 5 main things that I am continuously rotating through my social media. That is pretty much the same stinking thing every single week, just said in a slightly different way to keep those people engaged, wherever they came from, having them relate to that one thing that draws them in, and then they see all these other things that you are about, and you can help them in one of those avenues. For example, I have brought in customers because they struggle with their faith. They see me posting about my faith. They connect with me on that level. I'm adding value to them in that aspect of their life, but then they also become a challenger. They start to trust me because I'm adding value in some other area of their life that has nothing to do with health and fitness. But then I can build that relationship with them, get them into our ecosystem, and help them in another way too, which is what's really cool about this business and this company, is that anyone can be involved in it. It just takes finding the right person, the right coach for them, the right fit for them, and how you can help them in more ways than just with their health and fitness. Okay, so what does this look like? I have this calendar. I'm going to hold it up, but all my little thingies, Post-it notes, are probably going to go flying, so I'm going to move them. This is Post-it. So you can get this on Amazon. It's literally just Monday through Sunday, and it's a big like desk calendar with just like different slots. I think it's like a planning calendar, but it comes with all these little Post-it notes over here. So on the blue Post-it notes, every single week, I have 4 Beachbody related posts at minimum. So I have 2 product testimonials. That can be about a product, or that can be about a challenge group, challengers, anything like that, because challenge groups are our products. I think we think of our product catalog, like what we sell, but challenge groups are also what people invest in. So product posts can also be your challenge groups. And then 2 of them are always business breadcrumb posts. So I have 4 mandatory Beachbody posts, 2 product testimonials, and 2 business breadcrumbs. And then some of those get converted into like call to action posts, join my challenge group, join my team type of posts, depending on where I decide to put them in the week. I have 4 pink posts, which are outside of Beachbody. So I have one that's always some sort of like engaging post, whether it's like a question or something funny, or should I wear this shoe or this shoe, like an A or B, pick your option, something that's asking people to engage with you on your social media. I always go live at least once about something completely not related to Beachbody on my social media. So a lot of times that turns into like grief, just like talking about like the stages of grief or something like that, or whatever is like on my heart to share, I will end up going live about at some point throughout the week. But I usually have an ongoing list of those things, which I'll show you guys as well. And then 2 lifestyle posts. So those lifestyle posts might be where something about my marriage fits in, or maybe something about youth ministry or faith fits in, something like that. Or I was a dance teacher. I haven't taught since January, but I am a dance teacher. And so maybe like at some point those posts would have been in there. And then I have 3 orange posts, which are freebie posts, which are just like anything else that's on my heart for the week that I want to post about. So a lot of times this might end up being a recipe or a blog post, or my dog is like a big thing on social media too. She gets a lot of, if I need like likes, like if no one's paying attention to my social media, I just like post a picture of her, and then everyone's like, oh, your dog's so cute, and they'll like it. And then I can be like, okay, now I can talk about something else. So what I do is I take those Post-it notes and I look at my schedule for the week. So then I also have my calendar for the week. I do this every Sunday or Monday. A lot of times it's Monday mornings. I open up to my calendar and I see what I have going on for the week that could fit into a post somewhere. So I know that this Thursday, this was like a big thing for me. This Thursday is my friend's daughter's dance recital. And so I was like, okay, that's a business breadcrumb post. That's going on Thursday. Her dance recital is at like 4:00. If I worked any other job, I would not be able to make it to this dance recital. So I slapped that as a business breadcrumb post on Thursday. So I took my blue Post-it note, put it on Thursday evening, wrote underneath it on the like actual count, like sheet of paper, JoJo's dance recital. That's my business breadcrumb post. So I take this big calendar and I take all those Post-it notes and I start to fill them in where they're going to fit throughout the week based on what my schedule for the week actually looks like. So this does take like me a half an hour to get this all figured out. But I promise you, like, I hear so many times from coaches that are like, I didn't have time to do my power hour today. And I'm like, how long did you sit there trying to figure out what to write for a post? And they're like, it took me like 20 minutes. And I'm like, you should have had that done already at the beginning of the week. You should have known what you were posting about. It shouldn't even, this is your business. You shouldn't be figuring out what the heck you're marketing the second you need to market it. Like, that should be done. In my opinion, this is your business. This should be done in advance. Even if it's the night before. Like, if you can't sit down and do the whole week, that's fine. But even if it's the day before, you're planning out what you're posting the next day. And then I looked at when I have youth group this week. So I always have youth group with my teenage girls on Friday night. So I was like, I'm going to post about youth ministry Friday night. Friday morning's a freebie post. I'll have like a weekend post on Saturday, probably with my husband. Sunday night, I'm going to do a business breadcrumbs. That'll actually be a call to action post about the business. So I put that on Sunday night because that's a highly trafficked time on social media. Tonight is a challenge group testimonial because it's Tuesday night, 8:30. People just got off of a Memorial Day weekend. They're feeling like crap. So I'm going to talk about my challenge groups and the weight people lost over Memorial Day weekend. So that's strategically placed in there. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to have an engagement post. I'm going to ask people a question. I'm going to France in 3 weeks. We're going to be doing a lot of walking. So I'm going to ask a random question about comfy shoes. I'm probably not going to buy any dang shoes before I go, but I'm going to ask people because they might have an idea that I don't know, get them to engage with you so you can have conversations with people about something. Wednesday night will be a free post. I have a blog that I wrote about infant loss, and I think it's called like praying specifically. And I'm going to post about that. That's already written, ready to go. Thursday, I'm going to go live. I have a whole list of things that pop in my head about what to go live about. So I'll look at that list, see what's speaking to me this week, start to figure out what I'm going to go live about. And then Thursday will be that business breadcrumb because of my friend's dance recital. Something about my dog, something about marriage. So I have this whole thing planned out, if you haven't figured it out by now. And it's just these little sticky notes that every week I take them off and every week I rearrange them. And then since I have them in all different colors, it's good to look at this because you can be like, okay, do I have like 6 blue sticky notes in a row, or 4? There's 4 of them. If there's 4 in a row, move them around. You don't want to have like all Beachbody 3 days in a row, and then all of a sudden you start talking about your family. Like, you want to try to get your colors of these Post-it notes kind of switched up. You can even do this on just a calendar and highlight, like use a highlighter of different colors. You can color code. It doesn't have to be this Post-it note thing. I just like to use the colors because then I can see that I'm actually incorporating different types of posts throughout my week. Then what I will do is I will sit down with my phone and I will take pictures. So, okay, this happened this morning. I worked out this morning. I had a shirt on and I had a sports bra on. So I took a workout picture when I was sweaty with the shirt on, and then I took the shirt off and I took a different picture with the sports bra on, and that's 2 days of workout posts now. I'm still working out every day. I'm just like posting the pictures on different days. So I'm like kind of lying, but I'm kind of not. Like, I'm actually still working out. I'm just posting pictures at different times. So I think a lot of times people are like, oh, I need to take my workout pictures so that I can post about it. You can use a picture from the day before. Like, you're still working out. You're still doing the things you're supposed to do. It doesn't have to be the picture right in that moment. Okay, Hannah, I will touch base on that. And I will talk about that. It's kind of individual, but I will touch base on that. I'll give you some topics since you have to go. Okay, and then I'll get all these pictures uploaded into this app. I use an app called Planoly, and I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it is an app that you actually can pre-plan out your whole Instagram grid, and then I share it to my Facebook like page. So once they post on my Instagram, I go back in and share it to my like page, which is super simple to do. But you probably can't see. No, that's not gonna work. So basically you upload all of these edited pictures. So I have like a ton of pictures uploaded in here. Like I have like 6 workout pictures. I have like 6, 7 random selfies. I have like 5 pictures of different food. So every time I'm like eating something good, I'll snap a picture of it. That doesn't mean I'm posting it that day. I schedule it in strategically at different times. Pictures of just like random things, quotes. Like I do a lot of like funny, like little like typed out things. Anytime I think of something funny or see something funny, I'll just like throw it on an image with my logo, and then I just upload them in here, and then I start to plan them, and I can see in this grid, like I don't have like 4 food posts back to back. I can see that I'm sprinkling them. It's like me, random selfies, different things, and it's all pre-planned in here. I will look at these posts on here. I'll find pictures that match them, and I'll schedule them. I'll start to type posts. Even if I don't have the content in my head yet of what I want to write, I'll at least schedule the picture so that I know I need to go back in and write that post. I do most of this on, like I said, Sunday night and Monday morning is when I get the bulk of my week completely scheduled out on my social media, and I don't even have to freaking think about it. The best part about all of this is that like my post for tonight, when my husband gets home, he went to the gym after work. So when he gets home, everything for tonight is already auto scheduled, and I'm not going to be like one eye on him, one eye on my phone. And he's not going to be like, what are you doing? Put your phone down. And we don't have these fights anymore because I'm actually treating my business like a business. On that note, my garage door just opened, and he has no clue I'm on a call. So he could come busting in here, like singing. I don't know what could possibly happen when he comes in here. He's going to be like, you didn't answer the phone. Here, my dog. Sorry, this is real life. So that's how I do that. I just kind of keep tabs on all of this. I have pictures that are constantly just uploaded in here that I'm not using right in the moment. They're being scheduled later. So I guess my biggest advice to you would be take pictures all the time. Wherever you are, be snapping the pictures and then put your phone away. Like just take the pictures, put it down. Upload them somewhere or keep them somewhere separate. If you make an album in your phone that's separate, whatever it is, and then just know that you can use those for posts. No more like taking the picture in the moment that you're in. And I feel like a lot of times we're like, oh, but it's in my head right now. I need to post it right now. Have a notes tab open in your phone and be like, okay, when I was listening to my personal development, I thought about this and I want to make a post about it. Jot a note down real fast or jot it on a notepad or whatever. So you have a list of like posting topics you can come back to later. Nothing is that urgent. You can take time to like plan this out. You can really create content. Yes, Planoly auto schedules on Instagram, that app I was just talking about. So you can't do it through Instagram. You use like outside apps. So it's called Planoly. I'll type it in here. Dave, I'm on a call. Yep. Okay, so that's the app I use. Marley. The only thing with Planoly is that, oh gosh. Marley, stop. Go see him. Can you grab her? Sorry. She does this thing where if someone comes in the house, she won't go greet them, but she'll just bark until they pet her. And then she's like, okay, I'm fine. And she'll stop. Okay, so that's the app that I use to pre-plan everything. Okay, what can you go live about? I think, Dave, this is someone else's call.
I just want to say hi.
Different topics that you could go live about is really anything. So anything that you get passionate about that you want to share about. So maybe a lot of times my live videos come from personal development. So something that I've read or listened to, and I've been like, okay, how can I put my own spin on this and make it into my own live video type of thing. Another tip is if you have a blog or if you want to like pre-prep post or like recycle posts, a lot of times I will go live on maybe Thursday this week, and then I will listen to that live video and type it out in a shorter like story version, and it will become a written post the following week. So if it's a topic that I really liked that I was like, okay, I want to talk about this in a live video, do your live video, do your thing, and then turn it into a post for the following week. I actually do that I turn those into blogs a lot. I will go live and then I will actually turn it into a blog post depending on what the topic is. If it's something that I typically would post or blog about, I will turn my videos into blog posts. Then you can turn them into emails, then you can turn them into social media posts. You can recycle the same thing and use it across different platforms a bajillion and 5 times. Anything else? Do you have any other questions? I feel like sometimes when I talk about this, people are like, okay, but this is what I get from coaches all the time. I don't have a story like yours. My story's boring. I really just like have an everyday life, like just a normal life, a regular life. There's nothing like that crazy that happens in my life. That's actually good because that's how most people are. Like most people just want to relate to the everyday person that is just doing the thing that works. So just share like literally your every little day things are what people relate to the most. It's really not the bigger things. Like I feel like, you know, when I talk about like child loss or infant loss, people are like, they'll come to me because I've posted about fitness or faith or the other thing. They'll talk about that thing, but that's not what actually brought them in. That's just like a layer of me that they actually can't understand or relate to at all. So it's actually, people like say all the time, oh, you get so much traction. I'm like, but that's not actually what anyone is coming to my page for. It's not for that. For those niche people that understand it, maybe, but those people are actually really hard to get to commit to like a challenge group or doing something with themselves because it's like such this deep level of grief and pain and trauma. So it's really not those people. It's people who come for another reason that are like, okay, this works. I trust you. Let's talk about it. Do you have any questions? Is there anything, Sarah Beth, that you want me to?
No, I think you hit that really well because, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm still not the greatest at scheduling out my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it helped me too. It's just like sitting down and I loved the whole color coded idea because I do try to make sure, please don't do that. That I do the whole, you know, lifestyle post and then like I try to keep them separate so that it's not like back to back post of Beachbody or whatnot. But yes, I still need to work on my scheduling. I'm just being honest because they know that I still have plenty that I need to get together. But I really loved that you shared that idea.
Yeah, I think I was struggling for so long to like make time for, I was like, posting doesn't make me money. Like, it's not like where I'm like making these connections. It's in my inviting. So how do I get myself more time to invite? And I was like, I have to take this like mental, and I don't know if it's because I'm very passionate about posting and like very passionate about storytelling that it takes me a long time. Like I really post with passion. Like I really do like sit down and craft these posts. So I had to get it off of like the everyday to-do list because it was taking up so much time. And almost like when I schedule it, I'm like, okay, I have an hour to do this. So it takes like the agony of like getting it all done off of my list.
Girls, do y'all have any other questions?
Yeah, ask away. I know Hannah asked about live videos. I would honestly say the majority of my live stuff comes from personal development. And a lot of times I'll be like, okay, I'm reading this book, and I'll hold the book up and I'll be like, this book, and it said in this book, and then I'll be like, and my take on that is like, literally I'm telling them I'm pulling it from a book, and then I'll like post the link to the book in the comments or something like that. My mom actually called me the other day and was like, did you tell my friend to buy a book? And I was like, no, who is that person? And she was like, this girl I work with said that you said to read this book and like she loves it. And I was like, oh, I talked about that in a live video. And she was like, she must follow you on Facebook. She's like, I thought you were like talking to this girl that works for me. And I was like, no. But people do like read the books and then like them or whatever. So I have talked about just personal development. And then I'll like throw a jab in there. You can always be talking about the business and I'll be like, part of being a coach is that we're supposed to read these books, and this is one I'm reading. Like, just, you can always throw that little something to link it back to coaching.
How
I lost you.
I got a phone call.
Oh.
My husband was calling. I had to ignore it.
He's calling again. Leaving a voicemail.
Yeah. I mean, I told him I had a call. Obviously, he doesn't listen.
But yeah.
On your call to action, how often do you do yours? Like, are you doing one a day? Are you doing like
2?
Okay.
2 a week. I'll do
week.
one tonight, and then I'll do one Sunday. I do call to actions maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I did one last night too, and I'm going to do one again tonight, just because I feel like last night people were like kind of winding down from Memorial Day. They maybe weren't like really, they maybe went to bed earlier. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to do another one tonight, and then I will post about that same thing, but I won't be like, fill out my form or like this post or comment a heart below or whatever, just because I don't want to sound like a broken record. But I'll be like,
right.
Tomorrow I might wake up and be like, oh my gosh, my girls lost another 25 pounds combined.
Awesome. Okay.
Like
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Or direct them back to that post, like from the night before.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Jennifer, Erica, can y'all think of anything else that y'all want to know? Are there any posts that you're like unsure of as far as what they are?
Mine is, I've yet to like say that, yeah, I'm a coach. I don't know how to bring it up, because I've already been posting things. So
Erica's been with me since July of last year, but she's decided to start sticking her toe into the water of coaching. So
I would just say that. I'd be like, I feel a little awkward about this. I don't think I ever actually told you guys I can help you with your health and fitness, but I can.
There you go.
I would just be like, okay. I forgot to say this part. Yeah, just like be honest with it. Or just go back and like retell your story. Be like, last July, I started this. This is what it did for me. And I actually am super pumped because I can help other people with it now too. Or I have been helping other people with it. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, just say it. Because only like a certain % of your following actually sees your post anyways. So it's not like everyone's like, whoa! Like, it's not that many people. I'm always like, oh no, 4,000 people are going to see this, and like 40 actually see it. It's not big of a deal. Unless you break the internet, and then I totally eat my words, but I would just love that for you.
Well,
I can't
bad with words. Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now.
I'm losing service. Okay. I'm so bad with words, and I get like vomit of the mouth when I start talking, and I just
yeah.
But I don't know. Mine is coming up with the best way to say something. Okay,
so I'm just going to tell you this. You can say all the wrong things to the right person and all the right things to the wrong person. You just have to say it. It doesn't matter. Like the person who's supposed to hear it is going to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And the people who aren't are going to be like, what is she talking about? Next. Like, you just have to do it.
That's all I got.
Okay. Anything else? The other thing is like, I retell my same story over and over and over again. And I try to keep my posts to like 3-sentence snippets. So like, I remember when I felt blah, 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 blah. Then I started doing this, blah, 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 like 3 sentences. And now I feel blah, 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 blah. Like I try to keep it, because if you go like into like 5-sentence paragraphs, people are going to be like, why is this chick blogging on her Facebook page? Like, she needs a blog. I've actually had someone comment on a post before, don't you have a blog? Use it. One time. Wow. Some troll was like, this is too long for me to read. And I was like, all right. Whoops. But like I said, you can say all the right things to the wrong person, all the wrong things to the right person.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Just keep it scrollable. Like if people are scrolling, are they going to lose you? Are you going to lose them in the first 3 sentences? Or are you going to keep them and then they'll finish? Anything else? We got 3 minutes and 33 seconds. That's the other thing. I do not pay for hour-long Zooms, just so you know.
So you don't? Like, I haven't yet. I keep saying that I'm going to do it, but
No,
then I
it's
never do.
It's not worth the investment for me because I can say what I need to say in 40 minutes. I don't need an hour. I don't need longer. And if you can't, then you need to shorten it up.
No kidding.
I'm like, my team does not want to listen to me yap for an hour and 15 minutes. I do not need
I know, and then I yap anyways. And I'm like, oh, wait, I wanted to
Sometimes
say this.
I'll be like, oh, I'll post another link. And they're like, no one else gets back on. And I'm like, okay. It's like the king off the stage.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate you doing this so much. I know that the other girls are planning on watching the recording, so I'm sure it will be helpful to them as well.
Okay, cool. And let me know if they have any questions that I can help with.
Okay. How does the recording work? Because I have never recorded one.
I will actually just upload it to my YouTube and then send you the link.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it so much.
No problem.
Thank you, Taylor.
You're welcome. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.